last week. Appreciate all you guys for tuning in on that. My name is Ben. Every day on this channel, I show you how to make money in crypto. And guys, if you like money in crypto, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I do want to show you guys this here. Can we zoom in on this? This is my trophy. We got second place in the golf tournament this weekend. And let me tell you, J-Chains can crush a golf ball. He hits a golf ball harder than I think anybody I've ever seen. So he was a big role in that. JW goes to my gym. We love JW. He was a big assistant in that. And my best friend Jim was there too. Yeah. I did like a 40-foot eagle putt. Y'all see that on Hit Network. It was incredible. So you guys are going to see all our shots. It was really good. Guys, Elon Musk, am I right?
Oh,
let's start calling him Elon Musky. Yeah. Elon Musty. Okay? This guy, what is wrong with him? He knows what he's doing. Like, let's be honest. This guy knows exactly what he's doing. If you didn't know, Bitcoin overnight last night dropped all the way to $42,000, $100 on ByBit. I know a lot of people got wrecked. I got wrecked. Everybody got wrecked. But here's the thing. This is what's so suspicious to me about the whole thing. Is that Elon Musk only makes these super negative tweets when it's at a bottom. We were at 46,000 yesterday, which was shaping up to be a new bottom. And when it was right at the bottom point, he tweeted that Tesla had sold all their Bitcoin. And then you know what happened? It went down and touched 42K. All of the next strongest support line under 47. And you know what happened? He said, actually, we haven't sold our Bitcoin. This guy. Well, I got to be careful. I wasn't trying to mock him. I know he does have a disability, I think. I mean, that's what he said on Saturday Night Live. So I wasn't trying to mock him in that way. But what I mean is, how dumb does he think we are? Was that a super chat you wanted me to see? I can't see because the light is in the way. Somebody needs to move the light.
I canceled my Tesla truck order from Frank Abbott. We're getting a lot of that.
Yeah, a lot of people saying they canceled their Tesla orders. You're going to have to crawl underneath.
You're going to have to duck.
Nick, if we see your hair...
No, I pulled it in on the
This is going to be a big problem. That's fine. That's good.
Okay.
Yeah, that's golden. That's fine. I don't need... Why do we have that here? Does it help?
BJ put it there.
Yeah, okay. Well, guys, anyways, it just... How stupid does he think we are? I mean, it's so unbelievable that he knows... And here's the thing. If you own Bitcoin, you should be pissed at this guy. I'm tired of dancing around this guy. I'm tired of playing around with. I might bring my dang cowboy hat tomorrow.
Oh boy,
y'all know what happens when I bring my cowboy hat.
Cowboy Ben.
Cowboy Ben comes out, and guys, it's unacceptable what he's doing, and he needs to be held accountable for this. This is too much. He is literally affecting people losing thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars at a time. Well, I know we lost millions on. Of course, it's an unrealized loss. So we don't look at it like that. Hey, have we sold any of our Bitcoin? No, we haven't sold anything. I don't care, right? So it's unrealized. But there's other people out there that aren't like us, that don't have the diamond hands that we have, that see the bigger picture in crypto. And this guy is costing people so much money. It's unacceptable. And I'm moving to a place where I'm not going to stand for it. And yeah, he's got 54 million on Twitter. We've got 359,000, 360,000. So he's over 100x us. What is that, 100x or 1,000x? What is that math? Does anybody know? Somebody put it in the chat.
10x would be 30 million, so it's not 100x.
10x would be, no.
From
360,000, 100x would be 36 million.
No, 10.
No, 10 times 300,000 is 3 million.
That's what I just said.
No, you said 30.
Oh.
You said 30, TJ.
Got it.
So he's like 1,000x bigger than us, okay? He's probably closer to... about 1,600x over us, okay? But we're gonna make this be known that I'm tired of playing with this guy. I'm tired of treating him with kid gloves. I'm tired of treating him like he could be the hero, he could be the villain. I'm pissed, and you guys should be pissed at this point. It's absolutely ridiculous. You know who you should also be pissed at? You should also be pissed at the Bitcoin maximalists, because there is a large part of me that feels like they deserve this. But the unfortunate thing is, where I, as opposed to a lot of other people out there, like Elon Musk, I have empathy for all the people caught in the middle. These people have no comprehension of the way that their tweets and their narratives affect the everyday person. And I know you guys feel that. I know you guys feel it. So, tired of dancing around with this guy. We're about to start going at him most likely. And I will tell you this, the Bitcoin maximalists, they're absolutely toxic, and they bring this on themselves. You can't be for something that's about decentralization and outside of the box thinking, and then try to stuff everyone's thoughts inside of a box. It's asinine. And so I'm tired of that too. You guys know I already hate the Bitcoin maximalists, so it is what it is. But let's get started here, guys. We're going to be talking about this. These people. First and foremost, guys, as always, thank you for subscribing to the channel. We are now at 1.03 million subscribers. We are heading up to 2 million subscribers. I guess that's our next goal, right? 2 million-ish. We'll see if we can beat Kevin and Andre there, some financial YouTubers. And then we're going to set our sights on some bigger fish. But thank you to everybody for subscribing to the channel. You guys are awesome. Also, don't forget about our hit network and New Money Gang at 102,000 and 37.7 thousand. Not too shabby for either one of those. New Money Gang putting out a lot of great content right now. Hit network, you guys get to see all the behind the scenes stuff. And I just got to say, Frank and Mike, who do our hit network videos, they did an unbelievable job on Friday. They do a great job with these videos. We couldn't be happier with them. And they included at the end of this video all of the people that work here in the office, just talking about our million subscriber and saying congratulations to me and stuff. It really touched me. It was really nice. Definitely like seeing that. So they do a great job. You guys make sure to go follow them. Let's check out the crypto markets, guys. Right now, the market's coming in a shade over $2 trillion.
That's 500 mil just wiped.
500 million wiped in a weekend.
Wow.
Unbelievable. 24-hour volume, $254 billion. Bitcoin dominance holding that line at 40%. At 40.3%. ETH losing steam. Obviously, guys, it doesn't matter how positive Bitcoin or Ethereum is moving. When Bitcoin dumps hard, it still gets hit. And so even though it had a lot of really great momentum, we'll look at the chart here in a little bit. It definitely got banged up. Right now, Bitcoin coming in at 43,000. I do want to say this about Ethereum. God, look at Binance Coin, almost under 500 again.
Might be a good
unbelievable. Ryan Schaffler says, "Don't become toxic yourself. Invite Elon on the show." Yeah, Elon, open invitation. Yeah, Elon Musk ain't coming on the show. This guy, the only time to catch this guy is when you see him in public. That's the only time I ever see him doing any interviews or anything like that is when somebody catches him off guard in public.
Billion. We said million, 500 billion.
What?
It's 500 billion.
Yeah, 500 billion. Yeah. Sorry. 0.5 trillion.
Yeah.
That's what I meant to say. 0.5 trillion. But here's what I want to say about Ethereum. So I had an interesting conversation over the weekend with some people that are considering getting in crypto, and it was kind of like a beginner conversation, talking to them about what I thought they should do. And Bitcoin was at somebody said, Elon versus Ben, bare knuckle fight, who wins? Are you serious? Is that a real question?
Yeah.
Because I think we all know the answer to that one. Elon ain't gonna last too long inside of I wanted to say the Ben rocket, but that didn't sound good.
Maybe the octagon.
In the octagon. Yeah. Well, you know what? Maybe we'll make it just multi-sided. We'll say in the polygon.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we'll make it. We're going to turn the octagon into polygon. And I'm going to take him layer 2. Let's go.
There you go.
Okay, so the thing is, I was talking to these people about what's going on with the markets and Ethereum. And I guess on Friday, where was Ethereum at? He was at, or Ethereum was at about 3,800, I think. And they said, what's a good place to buy? I said low 33s. Or I'm sorry, it said low 3s. If it goes below 3,500, that is an excellent entry point. Now we're at $3,300. I think right now is a good entry point. We're going to do a video later this week. Tomorrow we got a video on the environmental costs of Bitcoin, what's real, what's not real. Later on this week, we're going to have an updated video on the Bitcoin cycle, the market cycle, showing you guys where we're at. We're going to look at everything from the overall market cap to the market cap of Bitcoin, the history, why we think it's not over. And we're going to be doing that and showing you guys that video. We don't think this market is over by any stretch of the imagination. We could be looking, though, as we'll look at in the new poll here in a little bit, we could be looking at the 2013, 2014 scenario. I didn't think this is what we were going to see, but a lot of these institutions are accumulating right now. And I wish we had that article up here, the Cointelegraph article about whales accumulating right now. And I did a video yesterday morning, and it still stands. I told you guys these are your days to get Bitcoin under $50,000 are drying up, okay? And yes, when I made this video yesterday, the price of Bitcoin was at like $47,000, and it went down to $42,000. Still stands. Still stands. Anything below 50K is a heck of a buy. You know how I know? Because this is where the whales are buying. This is where the institutions are buying. They're not selling. They're buying. What did Elon say last night? I saw those super chats about Elon Musk. Thank you for all those guys. Yeah, douche. Here's the thing. He came out, he said, we did not sell our Bitcoin, right? Why are these corporations adding Bitcoin to their balance sheet? TJ, you got that answer?
Why are these corporations adding Bitcoin to their balance sheet? Inflation. They're prepping for inflation. You got to get out of the dollar.
What was the biggest announcement that shook the markets last week?
Inflation is coming. It's here to stay.
Do the math, guys. It's real easy. It's real easy. Really quickly, biggest gainers. We got Aave hanging tough over 500. Theta getting ready for a resurgence. Of course, Cello. We are investing in Cello.
Actually,
4% up. Yes.
Interesting thing about Theta, we were talking about on last night's live stream how good of a project it is and how much of a dip it was on, and that it was a good scoop. So it's interesting to see it pumping today because that was really good entry if you got in on Theta last night.
Who is Barry?
What?
Who is Barry? Spreading
Silbert must be Barry Silbert.
Oh, did you put him on the title?
No,
I have no idea what they're talking about.
I have no idea what they're talking about.
My ninth grade girlfriend's name was Abby, so I have no time for you. I'm sorry. Yeah, we broke up. It didn't work out. That's what I'll say. What does that say to someone that? Now, look, that's an interesting point from Spigler. Is that what it says? Das Pigler?
Or Giggler.
Or Giggler. Does this have anything to do with the tax deadline today? Quite possibly.
See, I thought about that because I actually did my taxes this weekend. And, Nick and I were talking about that this morning. I wonder if this has anything to do with it. But I actually tend to lean towards not necessarily. Like, I can't see how it would have a major impact. It's been kind of sliding and rolling and moving. Like, I got to imagine a lot of people got their taxes done before the original deadline. I don't think it's going to be as stacked up as in years past when literally everybody was doing their taxes today. But it gets talked about every tax season. Is this a factor? And I've never seen major impact from it.
Well, in 2018, I felt like we did, but
the
whole market was collapsing,
right.
So it's hard to say what it was.
What was the initial? But yeah, everything was just piling on at that point.
Also, thank you for the super chat, Abby. I'm sorry, I was a little too hard on you. Okay. Also, my Abby girlfriend from the 9th grade, she's a great girl. So I was being dramatic. Great person, great human. So she's no Amanda Biffle.
I was gonna say
yeah, Amanda Biffle, no good. Okay, we don't want to get back on that though, but. Abby was a great person. My project is fully renewable. Great. Thank you for that, Giovanni Ryan. I have no idea what that is. That's great. Okay, so we looked at the biggest gainers. Let's look at the biggest losers, I guess. Venus, Harmony crushed. Internet Computer, that $100,000 buy at 320, not working out so great for me.
Nope.
As it is now at $199. I think I bought more at 220. So.
You win some, you lose some.
Yeah, but you know what? Now I've got a better average entry price for it, so it doesn't have to go up as much. Qdom, Dash, OMG, everything got crushed today. Also, guys, don't forget to be following us on Twitter. We're at 359.1 thousand. Today, I want the BitSquad to be ready, because when we get to the last story of the day, we are going to go on the attack. And I don't mean a negative attack. We are going to target someone to get them to come on the channel because it's somebody who I'm a big fan of, I really like. So you guys make sure to stay tuned until the end of this live stream, and you guys can help the BitSquad try to get a big name, or I consider him a big name for sure. And it's not just a big name. Like I said, it's someone I love a lot, someone I'm a big fan of. So we're going to do that a little bit later. So make sure you guys are following me on Twitter so you guys can get down with that when we do that. Let's look at the Bitcoin chart here. And as always, were you not showing that at all? Was I just talking about it?
No, I was.
Oh, you were? Okay. Guys, before we get into the Bitcoin chart here, and we're going to be looking at some action, we're going to be looking at some different time frames. If you do want to trade right now, and guys, it feels like a volatile time, but always got to offer here, if you guys want to sign up for ByBit, still doing the biggest deposit bonus ever, I think, $1,610. Femex is actually a $2,000 deposit bonus. We're going to be putting a full ByBit and full Femex review on the website, a written review here coming up soon. And if you want to sign up for Market Cipher, Crypto Face is on the channel at 3 o'clock today. So you guys are definitely going to want to check that out. TokenMetrics, we have them this weekend. And don't forget to get your VPN if you do want to trade with ByBit. So you guys make sure to check that out. Let's see. Eddie Parrott, question mark? Oh, tomorrow. That's right. The Walmart earnings call is tomorrow. Nick, can you do me a favor? Can you go get me some bare back and body? My neck's like hurting a little bit. It's should be under the counter in the office. Guys, you're seeing me have neck pain live on air. This is pretty great. It's not too bad. You know what it was? It was from all the turning yesterday in our live stream last night. he said, he clarified, Giovanni Ryan. He said, my coin project is fully renewable.
Yeah,
cool. Like
perfect.
that.
Still don't know which project it is.
It's okay, because if you said it, we probably wouldn't say it anyways.
Yeah.
Would you want to punch Elon in the face? Now, look, guys, we do not advocate for violence on this channel. But if it was sanctioned in the ring, bet your bottom dollar.
Especially if it was for charity.
Especially if it was for charity. Especially if it was and at this point, everyone who owns Bitcoin needs charity.
That's right.
So, absolutely. I would go toe-to-toe with Elon. Gotta be kidding me, of course.
I think that'd be an easy win.
Yeah, I think that would... Sorry, Elon. Like, Elon, I'm just saying, you're not going to last too long. Let me tell you, SpaceX is going to last longer going up in the air. I'll tell you that much. Have you ever seen one of those things? They go up and come down real quick. It's going to be Elon. So let's look at the chart. Let's look at what we got going on. And, guys, you know what's so interesting to me? Is on the daily chart, we got this green bullish dot here. And then what happened? Boom, 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 boom. Guys, this that we're dealing with now, and I want to be careful. Oh, someone says, JC says, I work at the Texas Capitol. When will you be there? I believe if everything goes according to plan, I'm supposed to be speaking at the Texas Capitol Tuesday at 9 a.m. I think.
Not tomorrow.
Next Tuesday.
Yeah.
1 week. Yeah, so next Tuesday we'll actually not have our live stream here. I don't know what we'll do. Maybe I'll just do a video or whatever. So
Tuesday the 25th.
Tuesday the 25th. James, don't be stealing my clickbait for the end. Thanks, James. But I do love Tom McDonald. He is really good. He came through with it. Let's see what he's got here. Look at this. He brought it in a napkin. There it is. He brought me two, not knowing. I'm an overachiever. I always do four. No need to get more. I don't want to abuse drugs on the stream. It's just ibuprofen, guys. Okay, so looking at this, this is what I'm talking about, guys. We've got a green dot here several days ago, and then nothing but down. This should tell you something. When the technicals are ripe, and we get pressed down, and I want to be careful because I don't want this to sound like it's 2018 all over again. For 2018, during that entire year, every YouTuber out there said, "Oh, here we go! It's turning around! It's turning around! It's turning around!" Ah, but we were down a lot. But if you look back at the markets from that time, we talked about this a little bit on the live stream last night. You would have seen that all market cycles that we've had in Bitcoin, they have peaks. No problem, James. Thank you for the super chat. They have peaks that are very sharp. Right now, when you look at this, okay? When you look at this, God, I hate this thing. So funny when I draw the accidental lines.
It is great.
Okay, but when you look right here at this whole range, this is accumulation. That's what this is. A market top looks like this. That's what a market top looks like. Well, it doesn't. Let me try this again.
It kind of looks like that.
Can we get Daniel from Chart Champions on the show? No, not a chance. Not a chance. Those guys are douches. We don't like those guys. They were counter trading us at one time, and they were in the chat. And then we tricked them. We made a bunch of money off of it, and so they're dead to us. We don't care about those people. So anyways, this is what a true market top looks like. This is actually the ByBit chart, so it doesn't show it. But if we go to like the Bitstamp chart here, and we go back to 2017, like look. Do you guys see here? Okay, look right here. this is the peak of the market in 2017. Do you guys see what it looks like? But thank you for the super chat. I mean, if you genuinely like those guys, then that's fine. I'm not trying to degrade you for dropping that, but we don't like those guys. Yeah. The daily candle bounced off the 200 EMA, so that's good. But look, guys, this is the top of a market. Okay, you guys can see what happened here, and you can see the clear downtrend. Okay, and notice this also. We didn't get manipulation until much later on. There was no manipulation here on this price dip. Very sharp downward momentum, okay? Then when you go and you look at where we're at right now, you guys will see, like, we're nowhere near that. Let me move it over here. Let me remove this. But you guys see, this is not like clear downward movement, okay? This is accumulation. And we talked about this before, how our peaks, they were not as high as they should have been. So somebody said we have a blood diamond on the 1 hour, a green dot on the 4 hour. That's your boy J.R. Proctor's. So let's do that. I know we're a little bit over time here, but I do want to look at some different time frames because it's just so interesting that these different time frames are showing like a lot of different things. When we look at the weekly, for instance, okay? When we look at the weekly, we are still in the ribbon here. We've not gone down below. So that means we are still bullish. We haven't been below the ribbon since, guess when? March of last year. Okay, and that should have shown you that last year when we got this green dot here, we were getting ready to move and blast off. If it wasn't for the pandemic, we would have stayed on top of this ribbon the whole time. But the pandemic itself has actually been a net positive for Bitcoin because the inflation is what really has been, doing a great job on driving the price. How many people do we have watching?
We have about 25,300.
25,300. How many likes?
Ooh, only 3,600.
Only 12.5% of you guys
like us.
Whew, yikes. If you guys want the Bitcoin price to go back up, let's make sure to smash those like button. But in all seriousness, though, if you guys like my second place trophy and also my Dundee Award, this is the Dundee Award for Best Paper Salesman. Make sure to smash that like button for us. So major fib levels at 43K. We keep seeing a lot of numbers at 43K suggesting we could be ready for a bounce here. But I want to go back. I want to show you guys some more. Charts here. On the 12-hour, we got a large green dot. Now, that was before the Elon dump. But this means things should be turning around here soon. We look at the, let's see, I think the 18-hour. Let's see if that one ever confirmed. Where is it? That's not what I meant to do.
Oh, wow.
There it is. What's that?
Likes rolling in, 6,500 now.
See, you guys are awesome. I love you guys. I know what it is, guys. You just forget. I know that's what it is, and that's okay. I'm here to remind you. Okay, so let's look at the 18-hour here. Okay, so it did not confirm yesterday on the 18-hour. And now, remember, we talked about this last week. When you have a large green dot on Market Cipher, and somebody said Michael Scott in the house. I do like to think of myself as the Michael Scott of crypto. Except, when I get that grill and the bandana, I'll really be him. We did have a casino party.
Yeah, we did.
That's all I think of when we have a casino party is I think of the office. How did you like our casino party?
It was awesome. I mean, I think
it was good job, Jim. Thank you to my best friend, Jim.
Huge shout out to Jim. I mean, I think a lot of us didn't exactly know what to expect. We just kept describing it as like the office, like this episode from The Office where they had a casino party. But I think everybody had a blast. Yeah. I had so many of the people that work here come up to me like, oh, that was so amazing. I've never played craps before. I've never done this before. I got to learn how to do it. So, yeah, it was a blast. And huge shout out to his mom who donated a lot of stuff. That's her.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Well, let me pull up the site here.
Yeah, because she donated a lot of gifts and presents and things for people to win. At the end of the casino, we had a little raffle and gave away a lot of discounts and prizes. So yeah, it turned out really good. Everybody had a really good time, and it's just a great way to celebrate the day. It was fun. And yeah, so Jim did really well.
There
and then the Cotton Mill
Exchange.
Yeah.
It's in Canton, Georgia. If you're in the Georgia area, especially the North Georgia area, it's definitely a cool place. They got a lot of really nice, antiques and furniture and clothing and stuff. So you guys can look it up, cottonmillexchange.net. And no, it's not a crypto exchange. I don't know if they take Bitcoin, but if you guys are in the Canton area, go hit them up. I actually grew up in Canton. I went to Canton Elementary. That's where Amanda Biffle broke my heart.
Aww.
Yeah, how about that? But anyways, and it's like an antique mall, so you guys can go check that out. So shout out to them on that. And also, what we learned during the casino party is my 7-year-old daughter is a boss at roulette.
Wow.
Very dangerous for her in the future.
Yeah.
She developed a system. She crushed everybody.
Did she?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, she had a whole mountain of chips.
Do you know the system?
Well, the thing about a roulette system is it always works.
Yeah. Until it
doesn't.
Yeah.
And then you keep doing it and you lose. So luckily she doesn't know how to lose money yet.
Yeah.
Also, my son hit a straight flush
That was
in
amazing.
poker.
Yeah.
Amazing. So you guys know we got the gambling gene in the Armstrong family for sure. But yeah, so the 18-hour green dot never confirmed. 1 hour, we did get a blood diamond a few hours ago, but the 4-hour, apparently there's a green dot. So I don't know, guys. We're just at a confusing time where it definitely looks like, where's the like button? It's the little thumbs up under the video. That's where it is. Is that what it is? Most people aren't checking it out. But we do have, we had a green dot the other day, and it didn't really materialize on the 4-hour chart. And the 4-hour green dots are usually very strong. So TJ, where do you think Bitcoin is going?
You mean in the short term, the long term? What you mean, like today?
In the next 2 weeks.
I think it's going up from here. I think 45 is a really, really, really strong support. We might wick down below it and see some.
To 45? We're at 43 right now.
I mean 42.
Oh, 42, right. 42.
We might wick below. I think we did wick down to like 42 and change.
42,100 on ByBit.
Yeah. And so I don't see it in the near term going much below that like the rest of this week, but who knows? Like it seems, unless Elon keeps tweeting and the maxis keep raging and they keep going back and forth. But I think if you look at kind of like what we were talking about last night when we had the TokenMetrics people here, if you look at past cycles and you get downturns like this, like of a 30, 34, 35% downturn and then bouncing off the 200, everybody's talking about that 200 200-day moving average. That traditionally is a really, really, really good place to get an entry on Bitcoin, and we should see explosive rallies from here. But who knows? Well,
I think a lot of people are. Somebody actually mentioned Jero Wallet. Should you invest in Jero Wallet? We are heavily invested in Jero Wallet. I'll tell you that. It's on CardStarter, on Cardano. Cardano has been crushing it. The only coin that's really been moving in the right direction. I know it certainly had a dip here recently, but I do want to point out, you can go ahead and move the Ethereum chart because we're going to talk about that now. We're way behind. But when it comes to Bitcoin, just wrapping up that conversation, the thing is 42K is such strong support because that was the all-time high in January. And so you'll see when you make new all-time highs, it usually flips into support. And so I think 42K is as low as we'll go. But once again, somebody said, does anybody think Jeb sounds like the Mel Kiper of the space? I can see it. We love Jeb. Jeb did a great job when he came on the show.
He's awesome. He does talk very fast.
Yeah, and he actually, a guy that's in his small group, actually, in his local town of entrepreneurs, well, not a town of entrepreneurs, his entrepreneur group, his Christian group, whatever, he came up to the golf tournament. So shout out to him and his son.
Oh, that's cool.
They know Jeff very well and came up. He's a pastor, and they came all the way up just to come see me and talk to me. So
that's really cool.
They played in the tournament. I know they didn't get second place. That's all I know. I don't know.
Yeah, huge shout out, by the way, to anybody who helped supported that. It was
absolutely
great turnout, really good fun. So
yeah, we're big fans of Atlanta Angels. So somebody said they're excited about Cartesi. We love Cartesi. The other thing I want to point out real quick before we get into this Ethereum chart, somebody said on mobile, and I do know this is true, you actually have to X out of the live chat to hit the like button and then hit live chat again. So it's very easy to do. That probably is, it probably does hurt the overall views here. Or not views, but the overall likes.
Yeah.
All right, so let's look at Ethereum. We're on the daily chart here, and you guys can see we've got a great bounce off the EMA ribbon here on Market Cipher. It wicked a little below it. But I'm going to be, it's so interesting. Like where it is right now at $3,330, it is right on this this leg of the ribbon here. So we'll have to see if it drops down lower. It might bounce up. The next one is at 34.15. And the next one is at about 3,500. And then the one after that's 3,565. And then to get back above the ribbon, it's got to get to 3632. Guys, this is what you got to remember. This is not going to last forever. This dip is not going to last forever.
Right.
We're going to look at the Glassnode stuff here in a little bit. There's nothing to indicate this is top of the market. Anyone who, like I said yesterday on my video yesterday morning, you may have 0.7 Bitcoin. You may have 0.3 Bitcoin even. And you may be saying to yourself, why do the institutions care about getting my Bitcoin? Why do they want to squeeze me out? Who cares if I sell? Well, yeah. If you've got 0.5 Bitcoin and they convince 5,000 people to sell, do that math. That's 2,500 BTC. Okay? So this is why these charts are so important, because they measure the psychology of what humans do in reaction to price movement on an asset. And they're trying to get these charts in a place, they're kind of self-fulfilling prophecies, where you want to sell. But I'm telling you guys, this is not the top. This is not the top. In no way, form, or fashion do we believe the Bitcoin has topped out. We have nothing to support that. And you guys are going to see that as we get a little more into the video. But Ethereum is the same way. Ethereum has not topped out. But to be fair, Ethereum had been crushing it for so long, it needed a pullback to breathe. Let's check out what is the Ethereum to Bitcoin pair doing. Let's see what that's at right now. Very interested to see that. Golly, it got, holy crap. Wow. It got all the way above 8%. Somebody said Elon's tweets pretty much ruined the progress I made on this bull run. I feel like there's really no recovering. Any tips on how to make it through this low point? Well, it depends. Are you leverage trading? If you're leverage trading and you got wrecked, then that sucks, you know. But you always have to remember, like I tell you guys about leverage trading, the worst case disaster scenario is always going to eventually happen. That's why you got to cash your chips out when you have them. However, if you're just investing, these are unrealized losses, okay? We lost about $5 million. We lost about $5 million in our portfolio. We had gotten all the way up to almost 25, I think.
Wow.
And now we're down below 20. Guys, do I look like I am shooketh? Do I look like I'm scared?
Looks solid.
Well, I know it looks solid, TJ, but do I look scared?
Nope.
Somebody said on TikTok said I need to slow down on the cheeseburgers.
Wow. A lot of really positive fit comments at the beginning of the chat today.
Well, dang right.
Somebody said it was the shirt, and they're like, no, it's not the shirt.
It's them wings. Okay. But here's the thing, guys. I'm not shooketh. We're not selling. Have we taken profits along the way? I told you guys, we've taken profits the whole way. Here and there, that's how we bought a building. That's how we do things. But guys, there's nothing right now that scares me from wanting to sell in this market or that makes me want to do that. There's nothing. This is the middle stage. Now, look, if this is in September or the end of the year, or as Bill said last night in our video, if Rectober, or he said Rectimber or October.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
That was pretty good. Guys, we would be having to tell you, like, I'm sorry, it's time to cash out. Okay? All the history suggests that. We're seeing accumulation right now from corporations, from entities. We have the Walmart call tomorrow to find out if they really did buy Bitcoin. If Walmart bought Bitcoin, tomorrow is the reversal. Mm-hmm. That's what I'll tell you. Because they're saying Walmart potentially bought Bitcoin in order to actually start accepting it, which would be insane. But once again, we had the, thank you, Kunwar, appreciate that. We did have the Facebook story that they bought Bitcoin and they didn't really buy Facebook or buy Bitcoin. But then you know what? Zuckerberg tweeted about Bitcoin the next week.
Yep.
So let's move on here. Let's talk about this. Here's, I want to, can you delete that? That one message there. I don't.
Sure.
If you could delete that, don't really delete it. You'll draw attention. I'm not going to reference it. That's what I'll say. I would have y'all know I push a lot more weight at the gym than TJ does.
Yeah.
He's got to admit it. It's true.
Yeah.
TJ's doing pretty good though.
Yeah, we're both very good pound for pound. We're both strong, but you definitely are moving more weight. I would say that.
Thank you, TJ. Thank you.
Wow, you all right?
Yeah, it was.
Sounds like it went down the wrong pipe.
Voice.
Yeah.
Guys, we were talking about before the show, I should just rip my shirt off.
Oh, gosh.
Alex Jones style. talk about the frogs.
Maybe that's what
I don't care who the frogs love. I'm going to be honest with you.
Maybe that's 2 million subscribers.
2 million subscribers. We should be at 2 million by the end of the year.
Yeah, and then maybe you can rip your shirt off.
Yeah, well, the thing is I might get so big on here, I might just flex and rip it off. I may not even have to use my hands. But guys, I want to wrap up the Ethereum chat by saying this. In my opinion, and look, I'm not a financial advisor. Thank God. I think it's a great entry point for Ethereum. Anything between $3,000 and $3,500 is a great entry point. And this is what I want you to remember. We are running out of good entry points. Okay? As we get further into this bull run, I will not come in here and tell you that $12,000 is a great entry point for Ethereum. I won't do it. People aren't going to like that. But for all the people we've accumulated in our subscriber list that have been buying Ethereum since it was at $100 like we were, you guys will all be crushing it. So it'll basically be the last 2 or 3 months will be us of this bull run will be us coming in and talking about which micro cap you might be able to make some gains on and then patting ourselves on the back for 10 segments. Okay? Right now, between $3,000 and $3,500, in my opinion, great entry point for Ethereum. Damon said, MySpace Tom, by the way, let's see.
I don't know if you need to actually pull it up.
Yeah, let me pull it up because I actually retweeted it. I can just go to my own. You guys make sure to come here and come to my Twitter and subscribe or follow there. Don't forget to come back for Around the Blockchain today at 5 p.m., by the way, Eastern Standard Time. But there it is. Buying the dip, Tom Anderson. Mr. Anderson.
Can you imagine having...
Is Tom Anderson the name of the character in...
It's Mr. Anderson.
But isn't it... I thought they said his name at some point. Tom Anderson sounds like the name to me.
Yeah. I don't know if they say his name at the... I'm sure they do.
Maybe they don't. Maybe I just made it up. Maybe I thought it was this guy. I mean, he looks like the one right here with these laser eyes. Which, by the way, they say that laser eyes equate to boomer. And you guys will know I'm young and hip. That's why you will not see a laser eye on this channel. Okay. Do not want to see that. Okay, let's get back to this Elon Musk story here. Bitcoin price dropped sharply after Musk teases selling. Potential sale comes just days after Musk said the company planned to hold rather than sell the Bitcoin it already has. Look, he's got a nice square face for punching. I just got to say it. I mean, if I got in the ring with him, I mean, I got a lot of ground to cover on that forehead. You guys seen the before and after? Yeah, you'll never see a before and after hair pic of me where I had less hair. I promise that. Thoughts on DOT before the Decoded event? Good opportunity to add. I love DOT. I bought I think about another $500,000 worth of DOT about 3 weeks ago, or maybe a month ago. I think it's gonna be great. So we talked about this last night on the live stream, so I don't want to cover it that much specifically, but this is a tweet basically. There was a long thread from Peter McCormack, which once again I do want to say I got nothing personal against Peter. I like Peter in general. He's always been great to me in person. He does fit the bill of the maxis. Someone says, who is that? Catherine Bonet says Ben's gotten into shape since the box. Oh yeah, since the box. Yeah. Okay,
that was a long time ago.
I'm gonna leave that comment alone. Okay.
That's too easy.
Okay. All right. Bitcoiner, basically Peter McCormack made a big long thread about what was going on. Stop trying to compete with Teach. Okay. What was going on with Peter McCormack? He made a thread about, why Elon Musk is toxic because he is talking about Dogecoin. And then this was the response to that. Mr. Whale says, Bitcoiners are going to slap themselves next quarter when they find out Tesla dumped the rest of their Bitcoin holdings.
By the way, the reason you had this person blocked, this is Crypto Randy's rebranded account. So he didn't even realize he was responding to one of the most notorious crypto scammers in the space.
No, I don't have Randy blocked.
No, Crypto Whale is Randy.
Yeah, but I don't have, this wasn't blocked for me.
When we went and pulled something up, there was something that was blocked when we were looking at it.
Let me just see who it is. Let me see who it is.
So most people couldn't even see who he was responding or what he was responding to because a lot of people have that account blocked.
I've always actually gotten along with Randy very well.
Oh, he's...
Wait. Which Randy? Like the one that's with the frog? Or the one that was like the raccoon?
The raccoon.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is a notorious scammer.
Yes.
Ah, okay. That's very interesting. Very interesting.
So that's why he ended up having to come back.
I was talking about Randy Marsh. I always liked him. He's
Yeah.
he's always got, been pretty good to me. Let's see. Where is it where he said that? I can't find it. There was somebody else that I had blocked that I couldn't see, but that's not important at this point.
No.
So anyway, so basically he implied they were going to sell their Bitcoin. But I told you guys last night, I said it wasn't clear if he was saying like they will sell their Bitcoin or if they were saying like, yeah, the Bitcoin maxis basically deserve this. And I think that's what he was saying. But of course he knows what he's doing. Isn't it amazing? This 6-letter word, indeed, a 6-letter word from Elon Musk got the market to dump like 3%. Absolutely insane. Here it is. Let's see who it is. Emperor BTC. I have no idea who that is, but I haven't blocked. So he must suck. That's all I got to say. Okay, so let's move on to the next story here. Now let's talk about, God, look at that. Look how many liquidations there were. 2.4 billion in 24 hours. And this is what pisses me off. This is what really pisses me off here. Okay? He knows what he's doing and he doesn't care. Yeah. He continues to do it. Like, if you want to talk about who's more dangerous, the person that Twitter blocked and removed from every single platform that was at the time in charge of our country, or someone that's causing people to lose billions and billions and billions of dollars, I don't know. I'm just saying, at some point, this guy's got to be held accountable somehow. I don't know how. People lost so much money from this. People have wanted to give up on Bitcoin because if Elon Musk can just come in and tweet about it and make it lose value, what does that say about it? Well, I'll tell you what it says.
That's the Peter Schiff tweet.
The Peter Schiff tweet.
He tweeted literally that. He's like, well, if Elon Musk can just tweet and the price drops, it must not be that decentralized, must not be that good money.
Here's the thing. What does this tell you? A lot of people would say, you know what? This means Bitcoin's not a good investment. If somebody can just come in and do this and all of a sudden everybody loses money. This is what I'll tell you. This is how you know we're still early. Yep. When the market can move on a tweet, that's how you know it's still a good opportunity. Because eventually, this market cap will be $10 trillion and no one will be able to tweet about it. Whoa, is that Tom McDonald for real?
Wow.
When we talk about we're getting there, bud. At the end, we're getting there, man. I mean, my gosh, should we just do it now? Tom's in the room.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe now. Let's move to the end here. Let's talk about it. Why not? Guys, we're gonna come back up to the top, but we have this internet breaking rapper. Tom, I just said this like it's some random guy. Let me reread that headline. Now I feel a lot of pressure because Tom's in the room. Okay. Internet breaking rapper Tom McDonald purchased Eminem's $100,000 NFT beat and uses it to make his new single and video, Dear Slim. So if you guys don't know Tom McDonald, let me go ahead and pull up his YouTube channel. I know a lot of you guys know who he is. How do I know that? Because I watch all Tom's videos. Tom is like my favorite rapper. I love Tom McDonald. You guys can see I'm not subscribed to it though. I just subscribed to you, Tom, okay? But I do watch all Tom's videos. You guys can see I watched it. There's the red line right there. Watch a lot of his videos. You guys can see this one, Fake Woke. I like that. He's definitely an intellectual dude, and I like that. He's been through drug and alcohol issues. He talks about that too. That's another reason why I really love him. And I know a lot of you guys watch him because I have some of the top comments on a lot of his videos, and a lot of you guys are like, "Oh, BitBoy's here." So you know what's interesting? Some of my very favorite rappers are Canadian. Tom's Canadian. And, so I watched this video yesterday. It was Dear Slim, kind of written in the vein of Stan. If you guys have ever listened to that Eminem song, you young whippersnappers maybe haven't. But I read in the comments, so I went down here and I started looking in the comments, and a lot of people were talking about, look at that. Some guy said, one day I'm going to write a song, Dear Tom. But a lot of people were talking about the amount that they paid, the $100,000 for an Eminem beat. And I was like, that's weird. I was just like, where are they getting this information from? I didn't realize he bought the Eminem NFT that was a bit. And so if you guys remember Machine Gun Kelly, who made a song about Eminem, I like MGK. I don't hate MGK. I think he's all right. He's definitely got some songs I like for sure. But Eminem destroyed him after that. But also, kind of like, listen, On Twitter, if you guys know Emo Mr. Bean, don't look that up. You won't find him. But Emo Mr. Bean and I got into a little war on Twitter. We've crushed him now because we crush everybody. It's what we do. But we got into a little beef, and I mentioned his actual Twitter handle on the channel, and he went from about 700 new followers a day to 2,000, just with me mentioning him. So sometimes you do stuff, it kind of backfires on you. Eminem crushed Machine Gun Kelly in this rap that he made about him. And you know what happened?
He put him on the map.
Put him on the map.
Yeah.
And everybody knows him. And Tom could have easily done this. Like, Tom's got some stuff where he went after another dad rapper, which I can relate to a dad rapper, okay? But there's another guy that makes a lot of videos, and Tom destroyed him. It's actually where I found Tom. He destroyed the other guy. I can't remember the other guy's name. That'll tell you how good he is. But he didn't do this here, okay? What he did is he made he paid homage to Eminem. He paid $100,000 and then paid homage to Eminem, telling him like how influential he was in his life and everything like that. So, but here's a story about the NFT here, asserting themselves as one of the biggest underground artists of the world. And you know what I love? Listen, look, Tom, I love you, okay? He's kind of the BitBoy crypto of rap. This guy works harder than anybody I know. He's bigger than I am, subscriber-wise, okay? But this is the hardest working guy you've ever seen. He makes all of his videos at his house almost.
Wow.
And he shows the behind the scenes on what he does, and he signs like all kinds of stuff, sends them out to the fans. He's a guy of the people. That's why I really like him.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Asserting himself as one of the biggest underground artists in the world with over 500 million YouTube views, hundreds of millions of streams, and over 100,000 albums sold exclusively on CD directly to fans. Wow. You read that right. Tom McDonald once again shocks the system with his new single, Dear Slim. Recently, he made headlines for purchasing Eminem's new original beat, Stan's Revenge. That's cool. I didn't even know that was the name of the beat. As an NFT sold for $100,000, is a lifelong Stan himself and possible heir to Shady's public enemy #1 persona. Tom tells you what he thinks, and he don't give an F.
Yeah.
And I love that. He rapped over the beat for Dear Slim. The video picks up where Eminem's Stan left off. Tom not only embodies Eminem's most iconic character, but he also writes a stark letter to Slim in the visual. It's complete with Stan's Monte Carlo now soaking wet and covered in seaweed from the climax of the original song, when he drove it off a bridge and into a river 21 years ago. And I think Tom just got engaged to his longtime girlfriend, Nova Rockefeller, also a rapper in Canada, I think, and a music artist. I've watched some of her stuff. But it says, this will make any Eminem fan either happy or extremely pissed off. But if you did just get engaged, I think I remember seeing that, Tom. Congrats on that. If not, I'm sorry I put that pressure on you. But we say what we think too, okay? We like Nova. So it says, earlier this year, Tom continued what's become a tradition of internet breaking conversation starting moves. Took aim at cancel culture with fake woke. The guy's just incredible. And you know what's so insane about my life is that he was in the chat. Like, I have been a fan of Tom for a long time, and I think that what he did was absolutely awesome. So we actually made this tweet on our BitBoy Crypto News about this. Should he come on to the channel? So, Tom, we want to extend this invitation to you, and let's make a tweet right now about it. Let's see here. What's happening? Hey, BitSquad. Let's get, it's kind of anticlimactic if he's still in the chat. Let's get Tom McDonald to come on the channel. I think I've actually tweeted him before. To come on the channel to discuss his new track, Dear Slim, and the Eminem. Is Eminem on Twitter?
I think it's Marshall Mathers.
Oh, Marshall Mathers. That's what it is. Is it?
Maybe
Marshall
not.
Mathers. No, that's not him, really. Yeah, we'll just say Eminem then. It's not important to tag Eminem. He don't care who I am, probably. He don't care who I am today. In the Eminem NFT beat he used to make it. All right, so let's see. Retweet to get Tom on the show. So there you go. You guys can all go over to my Twitter and you guys can retweet that. Show support. We love the NFT community, and it's really cool. Like, Tom isn't a crypto guy, but he used an NFT. Now he's in crypto, right? You got to be a crypto guy now. So there you go, Tom. And Tom, if you are still watching, I do want to say this is no BS. I'm not blowing smoke. Big fan. All right, so let's move on to the next story here, guys. BTC Glassnode. So this is Glassnode. This is the studio here, okay? And let's see. This is custom. Let's go back. Let's look at the all-time stock to flow deflection. Oh, he was saying it was the stock to flow deflection, not the Newpol, is what Elron was saying.
The Newpol looks really good too.
Yeah, so we'll look at the Newpol first. So basically the Newpol, it's looking similar to the middle. Yeah, it was Justin Pitnick says, Tom McDonald went versus Mac Lethal. He destroyed Mac Lethal. It was laughable. Basically, God, I love Tom. He baited him into it. He basically said something about it to get the guy to make a track, and then Tom came in and utterly destroyed him. It was a really funny video. That was the first Tom McDonald video I had watched, and that's when I actually really got into his music when he went against Mac Lethal. That was the guy's name. So we probably just gave Mac Lethal some clout now. So, okay, so if you look at the Newpol here, what you'll see is since 2017, we haven't been in the blue. And if you look where we're at now, it kind of looks like, I think this is about where we're at in the bull run. Mm-hmm. When Bitcoin it dipped from, let's see, it dipped from $5,000 down to $3,800. I mean, and those numbers that drop probably is comparable to what we've got.
Yeah.
And if you look at what happened next. Go ahead, TJ.
No, I was just going to say it's amazing if you look right here at that little shape on the right side compared to this little shape right here. You could almost overlay it right before this huge
and this is why I do wish I could draw on Glassnode. But we got this little screenshot trick here where we can go in and we can show what's happening. So what we're saying is if you look at where we're at right here to this dip, it looks kind of similar to right here, okay? And this is what I really want you to notice. When this was at its lowest was right here. This was probably about September of the bull run. This is when, probably August actually. This is when things kicked off. This is where we got this parabolic movement right there. This is worse than trading, the screenshot thing. What I need to do is make an arrow and just drag it everywhere. Yeah. So, Pundi X integrated with Chainlink. Chainlink is a bunch of hooers. They'll partner with anybody. They probably need to get checked by their doctor. So anyways, we had the parabolic run after that, as you guys can see right here with my pointy stick. I feel like Harry Potter. Okay, sorry. Turn you into a moon, okay? But that's what happened is we had the most parabolic run after that. The price went from about 3,800 at the low point all the way to 20, which was what? A 6X. What is a 6X from $43,000?
24.
24, about 260, almost 260 is what it is. 250 to 260 if I did the actual math on that. So the point is that we've still got a lot of room left in this bull run. So somebody said that comment about Link is why I subscribed. We love Chainlink, but they love everybody.
Well, that's kind of their job, obviously. They have to partner with everybody.
We're not making fun of Chainlink. We love Chainlink. So anyways, that's what's going on with that. But if you look here at the stock to flow deflection, let me screenshot this and go back to Hogwarts. My wife will be so proud of me for that comment. My wife reads more than any human y'all have ever seen. She reads. You guys know how a lot of people are addicted to phones? She's addicted to reading. Yeah. And I love that about her. It's great. I love her reading. But she reads over 100 novels a year.
Holy cow.
Over 100. I think her peak is 120.
That's insane.
Yeah, and they're not Fabio. Okay, she knows she can't find a book about somebody better than me. She already knows that. She reads all kinds of stuff. A lot of Christian literature, but a lot of just different novels. Harry Potter. She loves everything. So our kids also love reading, which is so. The kids went to. We're looking at putting them in private school. They've been homeschooled ever since my oldest son's second half of kindergarten. We started homeschooling them, and they went into the school, and the teachers were talking to them, and they were like, "What is going on with? Do you guys like to read?" And they're like, "Yeah, we like to read." And they said, "Well, what do you think about our library?" And separate occurrences to separate teachers, my two oldest kids both said, my mom's library at home's a lot bigger. I got such a kick out of that. Somebody said, USA Treasury officer here, add back on LinkedIn. U.S. Treasury. FBI confirmed?
Yeah, right.
SEC confirmed? I did have an FBI guy send me a thing, so. But anyways, if you look at the stock to flow deflection here, we are so far off the rails today, but people like it. The new record. What was the record, by the way?
It was 31,600 concurrent.
Wow, and 10,693 likes. How many likes do we have now?
11,600.
Let's get to 13,000 likes today. I mean, that'd be a record, wouldn't it?
Yes.
13,000 likes. You guys
They're
are
in the
awesome.
live stream, yeah.
We love you guys so much. We think we put on a good show. We think this is the best show on YouTube.
We try.
We try. But anyways, guys, if you look at where we're at with stock to flow or with the deflection, now what is this? This is the measure, which I found. Did you know the stock to flow is on Glassnode? You can actually put it up on Glassnode. I'll do that right now, actually, and show it to you guys. If you go to Glassnode here, well, let me show you guys this first, then we'll go to that. What this is when it's red, this means that the value of Bitcoin is over the projected stock to flow price. If it's in the green, it means it's under the price, okay? So right now, where we're at in the stock to flow deflection, we're at the lowest point officially since the middle of 2017, okay? Very interesting, because what happened, what time frame are we looking at here? Exactly the same time frame we were looking at on the Newpol, right when the most parabolic move of Bitcoin happened. Interesting, isn't it?
Very.
I'm telling you guys, we are gearing up. Now, if you guys want to use Glassnode, we're fans of Glassnode. They give us this for free, so we can show you guys what's going on with it. I found this over here. Do you want me to pull it in, or you want to pull it in?
Go ahead.
Okay, so basically this says market indicators. This is a series of 38 market indicators that you can get. Now, these are not trading indicators. These are different, like on-chain data or just data science kind of charts. But I found the stock to flow is actually on here. Let me see if I can find it. Realized profit loss, SOPR. Here it is. Stock to flow ratio. Look, here it is. So you guys can actually...
It's going to load probably.
There we go. Yeah, I got it. There we go. So you guys can actually follow along the stock to flow here on Glassnode, which I didn't know. We're always looking at the Digitalik site. But what's interesting is we have been bouncing off this, and we are now well below it. If you guys look at this spot we're at right now at the green here, we've gone below the average price of where we should. We talked about how through this entire bull run we had been above it, but we haven't on this one. That's what's interesting. This actually looks a little bit different than the other one. So we've been bouncing off of it. But the point is, if you look at the green where we're at, the shade of green, let's see. Let me screenshot this here. Okay, maximize this. This is a good little trick I learned. It's not perfect, but
Gets the job done.
it does get the job done. So if you look at the shade of green that we're on right now, this is equivalent to right here, which amazingly enough, once again, right when things, well, that's not what I want to do. Right when things really, where's Dumbledore? Where's Dumbledore? Anyway, so this is where things really started heating up. And I think that's where we're at. We're about to see Bitcoin explode. There's no question about it. Does this mean we're going down further or going up immediately? It doesn't. When in doubt, zoom out, okay? Somebody said he had to type it like that, wouldn't go through the filter. Well, I will remember that, Damon, and I will go add you back. I actually, for the most part, add everybody back that adds me on LinkedIn. It just takes me months to get to it because I have so many requests. So a lot of people want to be with the BitBoy. They want to be with the BitBoy. All right, so somebody said prediction on how low is Cardano going to dip during bear market. That's impossible to know until we know where the top is.
Right.
So Vitalik Buterin burns 41% of dog token Shiba Inu. I don't know why Sheba wants to get in you, but it was Bathsheba. Bathsheba was the adulteress in the Bible. Okay. This is just Sheba, but I don't know. Maybe there's a lesson to take from that. Maybe this is the chain link of meme coins. The Ethereum co-founder sent the majority of the Shib tokens in his wallet to a burn address last night. So, as you guys know, he took up all the liquidity. Somebody said, when in doubt, sell out. That's pretty funny. Basically, what happened is that he sent so many of the supply that he was given to Uniswap that he broke the liquidity for it, and it caused a massive dip. Well, he couldn't trade anymore, so he donated some of the tokens, but then he burned 41% of the total supply. Guys, think about this. They gave him half the tokens.
Right.
Half the tokens.
How much do you think they kept? Exactly.
Start doing the math on that. And guys, this is not Dogecoin. Let's keep this in mind. You guys will hear me talk about Dogecoin in a lot of different ways because it's kind of like a developing thing. But I've said for a long time, Dogecoin does have value. It does have value. It doesn't have the overextended value that has been recently. But I've talked about before that there are some actual utility cases with Dogecoin, okay? Other than just Elon tweeting about it. I've talked positively about Dogecoin for a long time. The Elon stuff makes me not want to talk about it as positively about it, okay? But Dogecoin has served a purpose in this crypto ecosystem. There's no question about it. What does Sheba do? What? Nothing. It's a pump coin. That's all it is. And I'm not going to take away the fact that people have made money with it because they obviously have. But let's keep all this in perspective, guys. Okay? Vitalik's burning it because he's wanting to move away from it. But what did that do? I believe that made the price go up, if I remember this story correctly. Let's look at Sheba here. Where's it coming in at now? Number 27. Let's go to the last one day. Yeah, you guys will see. This is where he burned it. This is where he burned it, and the price went up. Why? Because when you burn the supply, it absolutely crushes it. But let's see. It was all the way down at 1,258 Satoshis, and it went all the way up to 1,953 Satoshis. So he burned 41% of the supply, and the price only peaked out at about, let's see, that's 700 out of 1,200. It went up about 55%, and that's the only pump it's going to get. Now, overall, when you do burn, and this is an important lesson for those who are big in Ethereum, because over the summer, we will see a burning of Ethereum transaction fees, making the total supply go down instead of go up. That's going to have a long-term accumulative effect on the market because there's less coins, right? It's like if you took Bitcoin at 18.7 million and let's just say somehow, the estimate is, by the way, 4 million Bitcoin, somewhere between 3.5 and 4 million Bitcoin are lost and will never be seen again. Okay, so actually when you see that 18.7, it's really actually closer to like 15 million that are actually circulating, okay? The other ones don't move because people lost. You guys have all seen the stories of the guys that weren't taking care of their Bitcoin early. I probably have $1 million worth of Bitcoin floating around in wallets I don't remember I had from the earliest days when I was buying Bitcoin in 2012, 2013, okay? Because there's one exchange I was using, I can't remember what it was, and I can't find it. It may not even be there anymore, okay? But the fact is, and no, it's not Mt. Gox. It was like a real random one, if I'm remembering correctly. But the point is, if we were able to take that 3.5 to 4 million Bitcoin and just burn them, and now the total supply would be 17 million and the circulating supply would be 15.7 million or whatever it would be, that would have a dramatic overall effect on Bitcoin. We're talking about digital assets inside the Fed. This is coming from the U.S. Treasury's office, guys. We're getting these live tweets. Damon, I hope you're not trolling. Because I'm saying it's big stuff there. I believe it. You're talking about crypto and the Fed. I'm going next week, talk to Texas. A lot of cool stuff going on. So that's what's going on with this. Vitalik burned half the supply. So we will see an overall positive impact on the price of Shiba from having less coins. But guys, let's remember what this is. This is a marketing ploy. This Shiba is not going to be the next. And look, if you invested in Shiba, and I want everybody to understand this. If you invest in Shiba, like, I hope you make money. I want you to make money. I want people to invest in everything to make BitBoy. Or I said make BitBoy. Sorry, I said this guy said, "Hi BitBoy, how are you?" threw me off. I'm good. I'm good. I don't even know how I saw that. But I want anyone to invest in anything to make money, unless it's like hurting other people. You know what I mean? But this is not going to be like, no, Elon Musk ain't tweeting about Shiba. Okay? Let's remember that. Now, I did buy a small percentage. Like, it's one to take a flyer on. You want to take a flyer on one? Like, you want to invest a 0.25% of your portfolio into something that's super speculative? Sure, try it out, But this is going to be a coin that we're going to come on and is going to talk about, changing the world. Meanwhile, we've got other altcoins that are changing the world. Ethereum, Cardano, Polkadot, Binance Coin to some extent, I guess. XRP is going to revolutionize the banking system. It's going to be worth $589 a coin. Sorry, that was a little bit of a troll there at the end. But in all seriousness, though, you do have some projects that are out there doing big stuff. VeChain, a lot of positive projects. Altcoin market dominance at highest point in 3 years. Now, we always look at the Bitcoin dominance. But what's interesting here is that we are talking about the altcoin market dominance instead. So Bitcoin dominance dropped below 30. It's like glass half full or half empty. Bitcoin dominance dropped below 40% for the first time since June 2018. Altcoin dominance is at its highest point since June of 18, after the price of Bitcoin took a tumble over the weekend. And I believe June of 2018 was, let's see, what was the EOS launch date? Oh, that was the end of January. So no, that's not correct. What's that right? It felt like that came later. I'm trying to figure out what happened in June of 2018 that would have made Bitcoin dominance fall. I remember May, if you guys remember the story from 2018, if you were here during that time, in May of 2018, the big thing was the consensus pump, right? Like consensus, the CoinDesk, yearly event that they used to have in real life before the pandemic. Every year that it made the price go up for the previous 3 years, and of course it didn't. In May, but I don't remember what happened in June because I actually remember that being extremely bearish for. Yeah, well, I guess that was bearish for Bitcoin. Like a lot of people thought, you know what? I think that would have been around the time maybe that Swell conference was. Maybe.
I have no
maybe
idea.
people were investing in Ripple again at that point. I don't remember.
Or there could have been the ABC Bitcoin SV stuff.
No, that was in November. That was in November for sure. 2018. Swell conference. 2018. Let's see when that was. That was September. So, okay, well, I just don't remember. But do you guys remember this meme? If you were here for this, basically what happened is, so Bill Clinton talked at the Swell conference that year. This is totally unrelated to what we're talking about. But basically what happened is on Twitter, like, everybody photoshopped and put, like, all kinds of different people in there. Is it, like, keynote speaker, whoever. It was, like, like, Gaddafi or like any random person that was a terrible person they put on there, like maybe Epstein was on there. I don't know. There are all kinds of tweets photoshopping this. It was very, very, very funny. So I do remember. You remember that, don't you, DJ?
Absolutely.
Oh
yeah,
my gosh,
that
was so
great.
good. Okay. A number of analysts are pointing the finger at Tesla founder Elon Musk, who abruptly announced that the company would be halting the acceptance of Bitcoin payments. And now this is true. Like if you're in Bitcoin and you're a maxi, you hate what Elon Musk is saying. But I'm telling you guys, if you're into altcoins, the stuff that he's saying is actually having a somewhat positive effect on the altcoin space, okay? Because it's showing alternatives to Bitcoin are important. So when the market dumps dramatically, we are seeing, obviously, everything drop with it. But that's why the dominance is going down and the altcoins are fighting floors. And something like Cardano that is energy efficient is actually moving up. Now, but once again, kind of like think about the pandemic, right? If we go back to when the pandemic started in March, okay? I mean, technically it started in February, but in March when we had the crash, when things were going haywire, what happened to Bitcoin? It got crushed. The stock market dumped and Bitcoin dumped. But what happened? Now, I want you guys to take this as a lesson. Take this as a lesson for what could be coming for altcoins, okay? Look at the pandemic. What happened to Bitcoin? Stock market crashed. Bitcoin crashed with it. It found a floor, rebounded, and exploded, right? And it's drugged the altcoins with it. Now, DeFi happened over the summer. There were some other things that were going on that had a positive effect on altcoins as well. We think there's going to be another DeFi summer. Another DeFi summer of 2021, even better than 2020 is what we think is going to happen. What we're seeing with Elon is he's dumping Bitcoin. Altcoins are falling with it, but those altcoins are going to find a floor and they're going to explode. Because guess what? Proof of stake is the future. Proof of work is not the future. And we'll be having a video on this tomorrow. We hope this is going to be a video that can maybe get 1 million views tomorrow. We'll see what happens. I don't think it's going to get 1 million tomorrow, but there's a lot of people interested in Bitcoin mining. We're going to set the record straight on Bitcoin mining. We're going to set the record straight on renewable energy. We're going to set the record straight on all the FUD that's going on. But we're also going to show you guys what's real in it and what the future looks like. So you guys make sure to come back tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to check out that video. A lot of XRP is the future comments. I like that. Beyond Elon Musk, however, analysts have been noticing a trend towards an alt season for several months. Guys, we've already been in alt season. Like, this idea that we're waiting for alt season, we're in it. Now, is this the most parabolic alt season? Not yet, okay? But guys, when Bitcoin dominance drops from 60 to 40 in 2 months, it's altcoin season. Time to wake up. All right, so let's check this out. What is Taproot, the proposed Bitcoin upgrade? I was just thinking about, I saw, Taproot, what was the name of those clothes that kind of sounded like that? Do you remember that?
Clothes?
Yeah, it was like at the time when Ed Hardy was popular. What was the other brand?
Like Affliction?
I think it's Affliction.
Affliction tees is what.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was, but I saw like a picture of somebody, and somebody said like, if Affliction clothing were a person, that tells you what that guy already looked like.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, Taproot. I don't know. I don't know why that word reminds me of those clothes.
Me either.
Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. Here's the nitty gritty on Taproot, a Bitcoin update that promises more privacy and lower transaction fees. What is Taproot? It's not a carrot or a turnip, but a Bitcoin update that promises to keep some transaction details. Oh, tap out. That's what we're talking about. Tap out.
Oh, tap out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tap out. That's what it was. But tap out were kind of like Affliction, you know?
Yeah, kind of.
A little bit. Those tap out shirts. What a bunch of dorks.
UFC.
I mean, if y'all wore them, I mean, y'all were probably cool when y'all wore them, but.
Yeah. It was like MMA apparel.
MMA apparel.
Yeah.
Tap out. Well, it's like I went to Walmart and I got a UFC shirt because, like, at that time I was bigger for the wrong reasons. And I had to buy a double XL, and I was going somewhere that day. I was like, I just need to find a shirt, and I got a UFC shirt. So now, like, whenever I wear it, people confuse me for a UFC fighter.
Naturally.
Because it says UFC on the shirt, obviously.
Right.
That was the tap out thing. Oh, yeah, tap out. Thank you. Oh, is that Gaston Cruz?
Oh!
Gaston is in the chat?
Our boy!
Gaston watching the show.
Let's
I
go.
like. How many watchers we got right now?
27,000.
27,000. God, what were they peaking in? The Elon stuff?
Yeah.
Wow, absolutely phenomenal. The Bitcoin blockchain. Well, I mean, this is the peak. This is the peak of the stream. Gaston's in the chat.
That's right. He's
Honestly.
coming to hang out with us soon.
Is he?
He's going to come here for
Is he really?
a day or so before we go to Bitcoin 2021.
Is Stash coming too?
They're supposed to be, yeah.
Stash and Gaston.
For a few hours at least, or half a day or something.
Gaston is probably like. I mean, the name is French, right?
Yeah.
So he's probably the only person with a French name that I like. Gaston.
It's so fun to say.
It is fun to say.
Yeah.
He's a great guy, though. We love
dude.
Gaston.
Yeah.
The Bitcoin blockchain is composed of computer code. So when you send a transaction on it, the coins are really connected to a script. These commands tell the blockchain what you can do with them. Usually this means using a private key to provide a signature and prove you're able to send them. But people can make more complex transactions, smart contracts, such as requiring multiple signatures before coins can be spent or mandating a waiting period known as a time lock. When said coins are ultimately spent, those scripts become public on the Bitcoin blockchain, adding a lot of data to an already bulky blockchain while potentially exposing some details about the people involved in the transaction. Of course, we know Bitcoin is traceable, Cipher trace, chain analysis, we talk about it all the time. What would Taproot do? All parties in a transaction can cooperate to make these complex transactions look like standard person-to-person transactions. They do so by combining their public keys to create a new public key and combining their signatures to create a new signature. It does this through a device called Schnorr signatures. Schnorr. Basically,
Which, ironically, was an invention from an altcoin that the maxis never want to acknowledge.
which one?
I want to say it was one of. I want to say.
It's not Monero.
No,
they
I
use
wanna
ring
say
signatures.
Zcash, I want to say, but let me double check.
Zcash uses ZK snarks. Look it up real quick. It might be. I can't remember which one it is. I can't remember. It's not Monero. I don't think it's Zcash. It's not Horizon. It's whatever the other major one I'm leaving out is. I can't remember. 55% of all Bitcoin hash rate is now signaling support for the upgrade. Now, this is actually a very important story. Not because I care that much about upgrades to Bitcoin, especially privacy ones, because it's just not private. But what's interesting here is that this demonstrates the process that Bitcoin can go through eventually to switch over to proof of stake. The maxis hate that idea. A lot of people that love Bitcoin hate that idea. Somebody said PIVX. Is it PIVX?
PIVX, that's probably
It might
right.
be PIVX.
But PIVX was a fork. I thought of Zcash.
Wait, I got to look it up. Snore signatures, Bitcoin.
But it could have been PIVX that came up with it. Because that was one of the first privacy coins I ever really talked to.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't find it. I don't know which one it is. But anyways, the point here is that if Bitcoin were to switch over to privacy, or not to privacy, to proof of stake, then it's got to go through a process. It has to go through consensus through the network. Over half the hash rate has to support it. This is Taproot activation. These are all of the pools that are supporting the upgrade. So you've got Ant Pool, our favorite F2 pool. Poolin via BTC. All of these are in China, by the way. Then you have BTC.com. Now, that's not Bitcoin.com, I don't think. But it would make sense if it was Bitcoin.com and they didn't support it. And then Binance Pool, also not supporting it. But you guys just go down the list and you see OKX Pool not supporting it yet. There may be something where the exchanges have a harder time supporting it. Maybe. I don't know why.
See, chat saying
14,000 likes. You guys are the best.
Yeah, new record.
New record. 14,000 likes.
And
Love you
people,
guys.
chat is saying Zcash.
They are
was the
saying it
first,
was Zcash.
and
Wow.
then PIVX. So.
Wow, okay. Maybe they use ZK Snark. Maybe they use both. Maybe that's the signature, and then ZK Snarks is the actual mechanism they use for the proofing. So
I'm not sure.
I sounded like I knew what I talked about there. I don't. I don't know anything about coding, guys. Come on. I just do what I'm told. So over half is supporting. So that's kind of a bloop. The real important part of this story, this ain't going to change Bitcoin that much, but it shows you the process by which they could get an upgrade on the network to switch to proof of stake. And this is going to really hit people out of left field. They could down the road add more to the supply. So if they decide that there's not enough Bitcoin to go around, it's a very complicated process, and it would be a lot more contentious than Taproot, for sure. Because most people agree, like, we would like to have more people. We'd like to have more people on. I forgot what I'm talking about. Who is this? Crypto Kids.
They'd like to have more privacy on Bitcoin.
Everyone wants more privacy on Bitcoin. Absolutely. So we know that it's going to be easy to get that upgrade. And guys, Bitcoin's losing to a lot of projects right now in a lot of ways. So it makes sense they want to do it. Something like adding more to the supply or switching to proof of stake, that would be much more contentious.
Extremely contentious.
Somebody says, Corey Marsh says, he remembers when 1,000 likes was huge on the show.
Yeah.
I remember that too.
Yeah. I remember when 100 views was a lot, let alone 1,000 likes.
Yeah, I talked to this guy, Crypto Vet, which he was on our show last week, and we were talking to him, and before we went on air, like, I was looking at his channel. His channel is, Crypto Vet. You can't even find his channel when you Google it, because everything is VeChain.
Yeah.
So you can't even find his channel. You got to go all the way down here. We doubled his subscribers on one appearance on the show. But I was looking at his videos. Now, look, the last few videos he's had all have over 300. I was looking, I was like 46 views, 53 views, 75 views. And he was like, oh, you don't know what that's like, you know. F, I don't. I remember. I remember what it was like to be starting out. I remember what it was like to get crushed when I would spend 4 or 5 hours on a video and it'd get 57 views, you know. So, guys, remember to support content creators in this space. And that's why we have people on our Around the Blockchain show at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time every single day. We have people from smaller channels on the show. This is not about having people on there that are all the biggest people in the space. They're all busy a lot of times, you know. They got other stuff, you know. The Millionaires Club. But these people who are just starting out, you guys remember to support these people. Because I was one of these people at one time too. And we always want to do things on this channel. We're already number one. How much better can we get? We want to elevate the entire crypto space. And you guys remember to support the smaller people that come on our channel, because we see value in those people, and we think you should too. And there's definitely value in getting multiple opinions on things. Don't just take my opinion for the truth. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you the truth, but I'm just saying it's not the gospel what I'm saying. I'm giving you my opinions on things. There's a lot of other opinions, a lot of smart people out there who definitely think differently than I do about a lot of stuff. So, all right. So the world economy is suddenly running low on everything. And TJ, what were you saying this morning about that? What made you make that comment to me about you're tired of everything running low?
I can't remember what it was we were asked. Something
about tech here.
Something we'd ordered. I can't remember what it was.
It's on back order.
Yeah, and it's just so slow. I mean, it's just so frustrating that everything you want to order right now is going to take what seems like a month to get here. I mean, we're dealing with that with materials for the building is frustrating. Stuff for my backyard is frustrating. Computer parts here is frustrating. Like everywhere you look, it's sold out. It's back ordered. I can't remember what. I mean, it's so many things that it's everything. It's just so frustrating.
Yeah. Why is everybody tweeting about Joe Rogan right now?
I don't know.
Why is everybody talking about Joe Rogan in the chat?
It's a typical. It's always there.
It's always there. Is
internet,
it really? People love Joe Rogan.
It's an internet troll thing. Anytime somebody's live streaming,
they're coming on here and saying Joe Rogan. I knew Joe Rogan didn't die.
They drop it in every stream. Rip Joe Rogan, so that way people leave the stream to go check and see if he's actually dead.
Sneaky.
Yeah.
Sneaky. They say I'm wearing TJ's shirt. This is not a black shirt, guys. A lot of people said I looked naked on the 1 million subscriber stream because my shirt was pink and it blended in. We didn't have the lighting right. Okay. What I want to say about this, though, is very interesting. I remember reading a lot of stories early on about the pandemic and saying that the supply chains are going to be disrupted. It's going to be a big problem in the future. It's taken like a whole year to get here. Okay. And we are seeing this right now. Somebody said classic Joe Rogan, right? Hey, we'll take the extra viewers, though. A year ago, as the pandemic ravaged country after country and economies shuttered, consumers were the ones panic buying. Today, on the rebound, it's companies fiercely trying to stock up. Mattress producers, which a lot of people think mattress stores are a front for the mafia. I don't know if you guys have seen that.
I concur.
Mattress you know what's funny is, right when that started getting popular, like the idea that mattress stores, because like, who goes to a mattress store, right?
Right.
We had two, what's the big company? Is it Mattress Firm?
Mattress Firm, yeah.
We had two right across the street from each other.
Yeah.
In Gainesville, Georgia.
Right.
I think one closed eventually.
So I used to work with Mattress Firm a little bit in my previous life, and something don't add up. They just spend money like crazy. They're not worried about ROI. Like something ain't right.
Yeah, absolutely. So mattress producers to car manufacturers to aluminum foil makers, you need the tinfoil hats, obviously, are buying more material than they need to survive the breakneck speed at which demand for goods is recovering and assuage that primal fear of running out. The frenzy is pushing supply chains to the brink of seizing up. Shortages, transportation bottlenecks, and price spikes are nearing the highest levels in recent memory, raising concern that a supercharged global economy will stoke, what's that word?
Bum, bum, bum.
Inflation. The difference between the big crunch of 2021 and past supply disruptions is the sheer magnitude of it, and the fact there is, as far as anyone can tell, no clear end in sight. Big or small, few businesses are spared. Europe's largest fleet of trucks, Gerteca Logistics, says there's been a struggle to find enough capacity. Monster Beverage Corp of Corona, California, is dealing with an aluminum can scarcity. Did you hear about the latest giant scarcity? The latest giant, what's the word I'm looking for?
Shortage?
A shortage.
What?
The Chick-fil-A sauce shortage.
No way.
They now say you are allowed to have one Chick-fil-A sauce per item or two per meal.
Oof.
So you're able to get one Chick-fil-A sauce for your sandwich and one for your fries, but I use two on the fries, and I use everybody's favorite condiment on the sandwich. What's your favorite condiment, TJ?
Mustard.
Mayonnaise. It's mayonnaise. How many mayonnaise haters do I have in the chat today?
Yeah.
Let me tell you, there's no more vocal group out there in the world than mayonnaise haters. They're like CrossFitters.
If you hate mayonnaise, drop a rip mayo in the chat.
Yeah, but if you love mayo, I want to get that long live mayo hashtag in the chat. We'll see how many mayonnaise lovers versus mayonnaise haters we got. I'm a mayo guy. I'm mayo all day, every day. So, all right, guys, listen, there's a global shortage. There was a freak accident in the Suez Canal. A lot of stuff's going on. It's 1 o'clock. We've gone way over today. A lot of people hate mayo.
Yep. Shocker.
Where's the long live mayo people? Gross? See, that's the thing about the mayo, the anti-mayo people. They think it's so gross, it's got eggs in it, blah, blah, blah.
There's one.
Mayo is great. I love mayo, and I love you. That's all I got. Be blessed. BitBoy out.